Hi everybody, welcome back to my Flosstube channel. It's Mandy from Thread by Numbers. It's been 7 days since I started my week-long challenge for Flosstube. I have some notes today. First things, I want to give out 3 shout-outs. One to the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa. They're amazing. Liz and Sherry. The store is close to walk-in traffic, but they are taking phone calls and emails and still putting through tons of orders. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being there for us stitchers when we need you. Second shout out is to Christy from Java Girl Stitches. I basically binged her channel for 3 days straight while I was stitching. She has the most amazing finishes. I can't wait to start finishing my projects, like after I stitch them, mounting them on board and everything. Can't wait for the shops to open again so I can go and do that. And my third shout out is to Andy's cousin Nick, because he's going to be doing the audio. He's going to fix the audio on my videos. Apparently it was a little low last time, so he's going to fix it so that you guys can all hear me. So this week I asked my mom what she wanted for Mother's Day, because tomorrow is Mother's Day, and she's asked for a knitting pattern. She gave me a long list and she told me to only buy one, and told me she'd be super mad if I bought 2 or more. And well, she's gonna be mad at me because I bought 2. So I got her, she asked for shawl and cowl patterns, and I couldn't decide between a cowl or a shawl, so I got her one of each. And so I got her this one, and I made the little origami heart, so she's going to get that tomorrow. And I whipped up another heart, and she's getting the calming cowl by Maliha Designs. Both are from Maliha Designs. Yeah, so this week, guys, I've been on the struggle train. 7 days, 7 new starts. I struggled. I should have kept it the way I originally had planned and done a new start every Saturday and just done the 5 projects. But me being the stubborn person I am, I got all 7 started. Nothing's done. I'm close on 1, but nothing else is done. I did make bread this week. We're still under self-isolation orders, so I made bread for my neighbor and for us, with a modification to my grandma's rye bread recipe. I used some mashed potatoes. So good. I think my bubby would approve. If she was still alive, she would definitely approve of my bread. Some days stitching was harder than others, and even though I'm home all the time, I don't always have time to stitch. I do have some more stash coming, so hopefully next video I do, it probably won't be next week, but maybe 2 weeks from now. Next video I should have some new stash from the Stitchery Nook. And Andy got me a couple of stitching bags, so one should be here in the next 3 weeks. One is being shipped to his place, and then is going to be shipped to over here, because otherwise the shipping was outrageous. And that's another story. Okay, so let's get into some stitching. Day 1 of my challenge, when I had originally said I was going to do 1 every Saturday, was A Little Love by Lizzie Kate. And this was actually stitched on Saturday and a bit on Sunday before I decided to do the 7-7. So here's my progress. So first day I got this part done and the V and E, and then Sunday morning I did the L, O, and the bird, and I started the heart. It reminds me a lot of a Just Nan project I did, and it's a little bird with pink flowers and an ornament, and I think the bird is the same type of blue. So maybe I will turn this into an ornament. I have to do the other one in an ornament as well. I think this is on 28 count linen. It just came with this. It doesn't say on the package what kind of fabric they put in there, but I'm going to assume it's 28. It doesn't look any smaller than that, so we'll go with that. This one I started on Sunday. It's a Lizzie Kate snippet. It's Snowman number 10. I thought I had everything for this project, but I'm missing the DMC blue, and the DMC for that is 3810. But I looked it up online, and it looked very similar to this turquoise by Week Dye Works, so I'm just going to use this. I don't normally change my threads. I'm kind of a rule follower. I blame Catholic school. But I'm changing that one up. So Sunday night, this was my progress, and I got this fabric from this Stitchery Nook. It was in their ends basket, so I know it's 28 count, but it's been a few years since I got it. I got it specifically for this project, but I don't remember anything else about that. And then, so Sunday night, couldn't decide what I was going to work on Monday, so I texted my friend Martina, and she told me to start this one. It's Be Who You Are, again by Lizzie Kate, because all my starts right now are Lizzie Kate, and the fabric is soft enough that I had to put it in on my Q-snaps. And my needle minder says, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You used my sewing scissors on paper, prepare to die." Also a divorceable offense. I really like stitching this. This one I will probably go back to today. I'm going to finish this one. This one was done on, I just got this one. So it's Confederate gray linen, 28 count. I usually work on 28 count. Yeah, 28 count is my go-to. I don't use Aida anymore. I did when I first started, and I've tried stitching on Aida since, and I apparently don't know how to count Aida anymore. So usually it's even weave. I had a really bad experience with linen from Michael's once, and it totally turned me off of linen until Liz and Sherry from the Stitchery Nook got me back into it. And every time I go to Minnesota, I'm in Iowa at least twice during my visit, so I'm there. And they have a rocking chair. They have a boyfriend and husband corner with a rocking chair, and he has fallen asleep in that chair a couple of times. Okay, next one. So this was started on Tuesday. And this is the one that I got for my birthday from Andy. I think I'm missing one color. It's a DMC. It's 3046. It's for the bird's beak. I'm sure I have something very similar in my wig dyes, or I've got a DMC that I can use. I'm not going to worry about it. Another one, not following the rules, but it's only a couple stitches, so it's not that big of a deal. And here's my progress. Very minimal progress. This is the day that I had to make bread. That potato caraway seed rye bread. This is all I got done. I was struggling to stitch this day. I had it in front of me, and I just, for whatever reason, I couldn't stitch. So the next day, I started with this one, and I was going to leave this until last, and then I thought if I don't start it that day, like the Tuesday, I guess, I wasn't going to work on it at all. Because see the border here and these letters, they look really brown. Sorry for the glare. Really brown in the picture, and I was really worried about that. It calls for Weeks Dye Works moss, and I was going to change the color, to be honest with you, but my moss color excuse me, is a lot more green than what the picture is showing. So I sat and I stitched most of the day. It's been cold and raining, and there's a threat of snow for tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's still May. We live up against the mountains. We can get, honestly, we'll get snow year round if that's what happens, and it has happened before. This is my progress on it. It's fairly big. It doesn't look like it's a 28 count. It doesn't say that what kind of fabric was included, and this one is stiff. This fabric that it normally comes with, like the Lizzie Kate's, is fairly stiff, so I can just hold it in my hand and stitch it. Same with this one and the Love. And again, I'm using the weak dyes for it, so I think all my Lizzie Kate's I'm using weak dyes for, since I have most of them already. Where are we? Okay, so the things that we love was on Thursday, and I got a little bit more of that one done than I had thought I would. These letter ones, like the sayings, they tend to go really fast for me. But like I said, I've been on the struggle train this week. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the lockdown or the weather or both, but it's kind of sucked this week, to be honest with you. It will be better next week. I'm going to make it better next week. So this is my progress. I'm going to finish the bottom, and then I'll work my way up on that one. I should be done. This one and the normal one. Normal is just a setting on the washer. Those will be done easy next week. And then my last project for the week was Accept What Is, which, after the way some things went down yesterday, definitely needed this, and I'm so thankful that I left this one for the last one. I didn't get much done, to be honest with you. I couldn't get motivated to stitch. I ended up cleaning just to try and get myself to stitch. I cleaned out a cabinet yesterday. I did dishes yesterday. I did some laundry. I thought Starbucks would help. Only slightly. But this is what I did, and with the help of my mom and YouTube, I learned how to do the Smyrna stitch. It only took me a couple tries to figure it out, and it's really not that hard as long as you know how to count. Apparently yesterday was my counting day. So there's my progress on that. I'm hoping, actually, I know I will have most of these done in the next 2 weeks. So hopefully by my next video, I'll have some finishes to show you, and then we can I just have to put them in my box of shame until after this virus has run its course and we can get out and do things again. I do have the fabric for, so those are all my whips, my works in progress. For those who don't know what a whip is, those are my whips. Hopefully I'm going to have some finishes. I actually created a box, or I have a box that has all my COVID finishes. I've been getting a lot of stitching done. Out of the 5 so far that I finished this year, which is the most I've ever done it in a year, 4 of them are Lizzie Kate. One of them is really big, and I think I started it 2 years ago and worked on it off and on for a couple years, and I finally finished it all in February, I think. I'd have to check my book. I have this notebook, my stitching journal. I started it in 2018, and it usually has what I'm working on for that specific day. And I will put, when I start a new project, I'll put what project I'm doing, who it's by, how many stitches, like the dimensions of it, and then whether or not I'm using specialty threads or beads or buttons, and 9 times out of 10 they're specialty threads and or buttons. So last video I talked about my ink circles, the bramble and rose, and how it's hopefully getting the fabric soon. It has now been ordered. It was shipped out on Thursday, so fingers crossed it will be here before the end of the month. One of my packages from Iowa ended up taking almost 5 weeks to arrive, so I'm hoping it doesn't take that long, because I really want to show you some of my stash, or my haul that's coming. So this is the next big project that I'm going to add to my whips. I have the thread for it, and it's a Silks for You, and if I can find it in my basket super quick, it's this. Isn't that gorgeous? I just want to pet it all the time. This is half a hank, so I will have, as long as I do this right, I'll have lots of leftover thread. This thread was actually supposed to be for bee's knees, and when I went to Minnesota, I forgot to pack it. I left it on the couch, and I was so upset. So we had to run to the Stitchery Nook. We were supposed to pick up Andy's brother and his girlfriend and the kids the day we went, but their flight was delayed, so we had a little extra time. And from where Andy lives to the stitching store, it's 45 minutes roughly, and then we had to drive almost 2 hours to go pick up his brother and girlfriend and the kids. So that was a little bit of a rush day, but I got different thread. I started working on it when we were up at the lake. So whenever I come down for the summer, we always go before we go to the lake, and then a couple days after we get back, and I spend a few hours there. We go for lunch. Last time we made a full day of it. We left early in the morning. We went to the stitching store. We drove through Iowa. We ended up in Wisconsin, had lunch in Wisconsin, and then drove back, and I think we left at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we got home at 8:30 that night. So it was a fun filled day. It was amazing. I loved it. So I think that's it for episode 2. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for spending some stitching time with me. Be kind to one another. Just be kind. Everybody's stressed. We all need some kindness. And I will see you in a couple weeks, hopefully with some more finishes, or with some finishes rather, and a lot of haul. We'll see. Liz said that my parcel is bigger than it normally is, so fingers crossed it gets here in the next couple weeks. Have a great couple weeks, guys. We will see you soon.